Be paying for this. I mean, I found this extremely fishy, to be honest. I think there is corruption involved. I think these are extortionate prices. I thought that it was that we were grossly overpaying 10 years ago, and now it's gone up more than three times in the case of Chris Hani, Granith Hospital. You could have a small army for that if you spent the money effectively.
So to give you a sense of the capabilities, and I want this to also be a very clear message to people who think about entering this country illegally, listen to what we can now do for the very first time. In terms of the capabilities, these drones launch within 15 seconds. If there's any indication that they are required or if there's a disturbance, they will be in the air immediately. They have thermal vision detection. So
one more example, and go to any of our hospitals today, you'll find long queues, you'll find staff shortages, you'll find equipment breakdown, and here we're spending so much money on hospital security. What we spend on security should be well spent, it should be well managed, and it should keep our hospitals safe, but we really can't go on with rip-off contracts, which is what I see in this case.
So you cannot hide behind a tree, you cannot hide behind a bush. It will pick up your body heat, and it will see you moving and trying to enter this country illegally. It has long-range zoom that can see up to 1.24 miles into the distance. And of course, it has a very advanced camera that is able to record and detect movements.
Very closely. I think we need to review this whole area because I think we're spending close to R1 billion a year on hospital security contracts. I put in questions the Gauteng legislature to get the real cost. There's no reason why it should have doubled and tripled in the last few years. And the Gauteng Health Department, as we know, is notorious for inefficiency, wastages, and corruption. And I think this is one more example. And go to
movements. In terms of the night features, this is very important for those who engage in criminality at the border environment because they think we can't see you. The 4N specifically is deliberately designed for night operations. It has what they call starlight night vision, zoom, thermal cameras, and full laser ranging capabilities. The starlight camera allows it to operate in lighting conditions as low as 0.0001 lux, delivering unparalleled performance in the dark. This device is ideal for night surveys and surveillance.
In fact, the contracts that were awarded in 2015 were found to be irregularly awarded. That's a nicer way of saying there was corruption involved. And in fact, these contracts were only meant to be for 2 years. They kept getting extended for many years. And every year the Auditor General said this is irregular spending. You can't just extend them endlessly. Irregularly appointed contracts that were irregularly extended year after year. Then finally, they re-advertised the contracts, and now there's an amazing expansion of cost of what we're paying for this.
Surveillance. Even more importantly, it's got autonomous pathfinding, which means that it can navigate its own environment, even if there are obstacles in the way. It has object identification and tracking, which means that artificial intelligence is used to program the drone to detect certain objects. In other words, if we are looking for a certain kind of vehicle or a certain kind of group of people, the device is able to actually detect it using artificial
effectively. And I also worked out, an average security guard doesn't get much more than between 6,000 and 10,000 rand at most a month. And yet what they're paying these companies, if you break it down, is something like about 23 to 25,000 rand per each security guard that they're getting. So the DA is calling for a comprehensive spending review on security contracts. And I think we need to see if they were properly awarded. And are we getting value for money? Because I don't think we are. To the moment, I think we're being ripped off by contracts that I suspect were irregularly awarded, and the DA is going to be probing this very closely.